YouTube Kids is not made for kids. You parents think you're giving your children something safe, nursery rhymes, bright colors, cartoons. Little did you know that you're giving them a machine designed to hijack attention and expose young brains to content they aren't even built to process. This isn't about one creepy video. It's about millions of videos designed to look innocent while hiding chaos and violence and sexualized cues. If you think this is just about cartoons, you have to see this.
Get ready for chaos!
Hey guys! Welcome back to this chaotic corner of the internet. I'm your host here, Meryem, and today we're going to be talking about the dangers of YouTube Kids. It's been a while. It's been a long while since I've opened my camera and decided to record, so this feels as awkward as hell, okay? I miss you guys. How have you been doing? So we're back. Yes. It's actually 9 p.m. right now, and I'm filming this when I think I should be resting and probably painting, but here I am, I'm filming, I'm using the time to film, and I know I'm gonna regret this because I spent the whole day just researching this, and honestly it was not planned at all. I just decided that I'm gonna be doing this because I found some pretty interesting information. So let's get to it. And if you here have any young siblings, a few raised hands, I can see that. Okay, so this video is basically for anyone who has young siblings. If you use YouTube Kids yourself, which I don't think is going to be targeted to you, because I don't think anyone who's going to be watching YouTube Kids is going to be watching this video. It's also for parents. And yes, me, a teenage girl, is advising parents. You better watch this though, because it's important. If you're using YouTube Kids, just know that I'm about to destroy it for you, and hopefully YouTube doesn't ban this video because I know it does. Now let us actually understand what YouTube Kids is based on what YouTube themselves claim. So YouTube claims, and I've got this from the internet, so YouTube claim that YouTube Kids is made for kids, a safer way for kids to explore, built with kids in mind, designed for curious minds, videos kids love, parents trust, fun, learning and discovery, just for kids. A place for learning, creativity and fun, and family-friendly videos for kids. However, there has been a lot of debates on this, and I honestly kind of understand where it's coming from, because when you find out that the content on YouTube Kids is not really kid-friendly, you're gonna re-question the whole slogans and the whole point of YouTube Kids and whether it should be there even or not. When you think of the word kids, you're gonna probably think of cartoons, nursery rhymes, or content that would teach your child something about safety, good morals, and good values. Probably gonna be educational, something child-friendly, family-friendly too, not something that is going to cause them trigger or teach them some immoral values or anything like that, right? Well, that's not really the case of what we're talking about here, because it's actually the complete opposite of it, at least most of YouTube Kids, because I know some of you are going to be like,
not all YouTubers are the same, not all content is the same.
I went onto YouTube Kids myself. I created an account just to go inside and check what's there, and honestly, it's pretty accurate to what I thought it was gonna be. It's just brain rot. It was basically designed to attract kids. However, the content in there is not really child-friendly. So it first starts with a very bright, happy thumbnail that can attract children, bright colors, familiar characters, and then you go into the video, and for 3 whole minutes, it's just fun things about birthday parties, or things about children having fun or playing, or maybe even a fun song. But when you skip to 3 minutes ahead, at least that's what most videos are, when you skip 3 minutes in, things start to change dramatically. Things like violence or sexualized content start appearing suddenly out of nowhere. It gets pretty violent in most of the videos, and it gets really weird in most of them, because it's not made for kids. It's algorithm first, not child first. Everything is chosen to maximize engagement, no matter how innocent or young you are. YouTube is not curated by child development experts to begin with, so it's not really the safest place to be on as kids. It's all algorithm based, just exactly the way normal YouTube is. The algorithm would just keep pushing whatever the child is watching just to keep its engagement, no matter how unsafe or unhealthy it is. It's exactly the same as any other social media platform. Many videos are just completely unsafe, whether it's violence or sexualization or just inappropriate humor that a child probably will not understand but will find funny because characters are laughing. It's all about this overstimulation and dopamine addiction. It's gonna give the child whatever it needs because the cartoons or whatever they're watching in their scenes change every few seconds. The scene does not last about 5 seconds. 5 seconds is the maximum a scene can last in. It's always zooming in, zooming out, moving cameras, moving characters, and it's too fast for a child's brain to comprehend it. Say if a child has no sense of boundaries whatsoever, no matter how old they are. Like you can't a 10-year-old wouldn't understand a sense of boundaries. Not really. Not in this day and age at least. So a lot of inappropriate content would be there and they're just gonna absorb it without really knowing what is right or what is wrong. A child's capacity to understand the difference between right and wrong is not the same as us adults. Oh, I'm speaking as if I'm an adult. I remember when we used to watch cartoon as kids. It would be calm, it would be safe, it would be happy. I'm gonna give you a very simple, basic example. Think of movies from Studio Ghibli. They're all calm, they're all safe. Characters move easily and scenes change every 10 to 20 seconds. Aren't as much cuts as in today's movies. Meanwhile, content on YouTube Kids, for example, Cocomelon, scenes, they get cut every 3 seconds. It's like 1, 2, 3, cut, 1, 2, 3, cut, 1, 2, 3. Cocomelon!
Yeah?
It feels like a whole war going on into a small video, and children, it captivates them because it's just something fast, it's something colorful, it's something, rhyming. Okay, let's talk about a phenomenon that has been very, very, very popular on YouTube Kids, and you probably heard of it, whether you have younger, siblings, or if you're a parent or not, you probably heard about it. Elsagate. So Elsagate is not one channel. It's a whole phenomenon that started exploding around 2017 until like 2019, and then it went on up until now. So what is it exactly? Elsagate is basically a niche of videos that masquerade as kid-friendly, using characters like Elsa from Frozen, Spider-Man, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, and Mickey Mouse. And the videos contain inappropriate, frightening, or disturbing content like violence or graphic accidents, body horror like bleeding or crying, scary or creepy and unrealistic scenarios, as well as sexualized content or mild inappropriate jokes. They all have this very colorful and bright thumbnail that is used to attract the child into it, and so it's basically clickbait. Here's the key. They look like very innocent, child-friendly videos from the thumbnail, but it's basically poison into honey. And once a child clicks on a video once, the whole thing is gonna get bombarded by it. Even to parents, they're gonna look safe because those original cartoons like Frozen or Mickey Mouse or Spider-Man, they're all child-friendly when it comes to the original cartoon. And so people get them, animate them into this and so people take the characters and start animating them into this Elsagate, which is basically just brain rot. You can have a video of Mickey Mouse being stabbed into the stomach and then blood flowing everywhere, and you can have this other video of Elsa from Frozen making out with another character, and it's all made for kids on YouTube Kids. Kids will not understand that it's fake or inappropriate. It's not like a Rapunzel movie, which is made for both teens and kids and adults to watch. No, Elsagate videos are specifically designed and made and programmed at one point to be only given to kids. It's made for kids age of 3 to 10, I think. That's the targeted audience. And where do they get posted? YouTube Kids. And worst, AI is generating those videos too. So it's not now only humans generating them, it's AI too. Children cannot actively, cognitively separate the difference between imagination and reality, especially if we're talking about like a 4-year-old. And so their brains trust all the visionary and auditory cues coming externally, and so anything for them is real. Ask a 6-year-old if there are fairies that can fly, and they're gonna tell you there are fairies that can fly. Ask a 7-year-old if there are dragons, or they're gonna be like, yeah, there are dragons. I've seen one before on TV. In the past, when I used to watch cartoon, I remember being educated at one point. This gummy tastes bad. I remember when I was a kid, I would watch cartoons that would educate, let us understand some moral values and beliefs, like honesty, that evil wins and the good lives, not to trust strangers, to be kind with everyone, to accept differences around us, to give advice nicely. Loyalty is important. It's all things that do make sense and are true in all ways. But that's not the way it is on Elsagate. There is no plot, no conflict, and its solution. At least not a possible solution. It's just the whole chaos of people running around each other. In normal cartoons, mistakes have consequences. A conflict takes time to solve, and emotional concepts are usually went through. However, in Elsagate, it is completely different. Mistakes don't have consequences. In fact, sometimes they are the resolution to the conflict. Sometimes there are no conflicts, and sometimes they are left unresolved. And so this actually has some neurological impact. First off is the amygdala, or the fear center. It gets triggered multiple times when a child is watching Elsagate because of the amount of jump scares that are in a video that are not child friendly. Number 2, the prefrontal cortex, the one that allows you to do all your decision makings. It doesn't get to work. The prefrontal cortex doesn't even get a chance to regulate when you're watching Elsagate because of how chaotic and how disruptive it is. And over time, the child unfortunately has poor emotional coping mechanisms. Content like Elsagate indirectly affect students or like children's studying and focus, but this is an indirect thing, so it's not really proved yet that it's direct, and it's brain rot, and it causes the attention span to get shorter and shorter over time.
It's not like we need it to become any shorter, honestly.
Elsagate destroys moral values. It shows characters breaking rules and suffering no consequences at all. It shows harmful behavior being rewarded, like a Mickey Mouse killing a dog and then it gets rewarded by taking the candy that was in the dog's hand. And a lot of time it includes mockery to adults and safety and moral values. And what do children do? They take it as role models. They look attractive, they look happy, they look amazing. Why can't I be like them too? I don't have to follow the rules. I can just do stuff and I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna take my candy. That's exactly the way they think. So their idea of fun gets equated with disobedience and inappropriateness, if you're gonna call it that way. It basically programs moral shortcuts into a child's brain, which, when you think about it, a child at the age of 7 or 6, this is when their brains are literally like sponges. They take and consume everything around them and they use it and they believe it, whether it's from the environment or from videos they're watching. And so the content they watch affects them in the most direct way possible. And I know you might be thinking, what does Elsa content have anything to do with YouTube Kids? YouTube Kids is almost the only platform that has this type of videos on it. Because this content, Elsagate, is specifically made for kids. The YouTube algorithm just kicks it out to kids, not realizing its danger. Now, why does YouTube Kids use it? Because of the thumbnail on the content. Something that can attract a kid for real. I mean, honestly, not really. They do look so weird. In fact, they look actually explicit. Third of all is the video title. The video title is too innocent, to the point that it looks all sweet and nice. All those factors are gonna trick the algorithm into making YouTube think that, oh hey, this is safe, this is for kids. Aside from that, those videos are designed to increase watch, not to educate. This was never the point of Elsagate. So you see, it's not really a simple thing. It's not really safe content. Let me educate you a bit more. Come with me. Welcome to my desk. Oh my god. Welcome to my desk. A little tour. Nothing changed. It's still the same desk I'm in. And I'm pretty tired of standing up while I film. You better be happy. And meow. Cookies with me. Alright, so I have my laptop here with me and I'm gonna read you a little Reddit that I found that was actually talking about the same thing. YouTube Kids and its danger. And it's from a YouTuber. So a YouTuber wrote this. I'm gonna read to you what I found. YouTube Kids is not safe. It is not Netflix Kids. Do not trust content creators. You can trust me though. I'm a good content creator. I think I've already proved that. Content warning, I'm talking about the bad side of YouTube. Do not trust YouTube Kids or YouTube in general. It is branded in a way to make you think it's like Netflix Kids with quality control, but there's none. Their quality control comes in the form of only investigating when content is reported, which means parents or kids have to report content already being seen or uploaded. It's so easy to create YouTube Kids content. I've literally accidentally done it. It's a single checkbox. That's it. The protection is just turning off comments in the videos and limiting certain advertisements. Yes, my video can be marked as a YouTube Kids video and literally get uploaded there. If I did click the click box that they talk about, I think I'm gonna show it to you. I did YouTube content for years in the form of gaming content, literally over a decade. Do not trust content creators. So many of them become pedophiles. What? Okay, that was not expected. Children become the targeted audience. People want views, clicks, and merchandise. YouTubers should not be seeking out viewers or interacting with them, or God forbid showing up to their homes for surprise parties or whatever. Do not invite cool YouTubers your kids like. I've seen moms like, I sent an invite to them for my child's party. Hopefully they'll come. Do you guys actually do that? And so there were a lot of interesting comments that agreed with this. Someone said, if I could upload this 1,000 times, I would. I work in advertising for a major car brand. We have a global policy for no user-generated content platforms, including YouTube and YouTube Kids. Not that YouTube Kids is really our audience anyway, but it's listed specifically on our shit list. Because brand safety is paramount to us, and these platforms just cannot guarantee our brand safety. That's interesting. Okay, let me scroll down. One day I walked into the living room when my son was watching YouTube Kids, and the first thing I heard was, let's have pre-martial. What? I'm not reading the rest of that. From what I remember, it was 3 teenagers, 2 girls and a boy, and from the sound of it was the girl were trying to coax the boy into having a threesome. Happy? Is that enough for you to understand what I was talking about? Good. Our YouTube Kids keep returning with content we've blocked multiple times. It drove me insane. Not sure what it's called, but there is this cartoon with anthropomorphic fruits that are always getting kidnapped, running from strangers, getting scared by strangers, and I hate it. Couldn't run away from it. Someone said, couldn't agree more. After I heard about Elsagate, I was so disgusted. And then someone was like, wasn't there an Elsa video of a pregnant Elsa that looked like quite harmless? But then after 10 minutes or so, when the parents stopped watching and thought this video was safe, the Elsa was kicked in the stomach and whatnot. The hardest part with some of the YouTube Kids stuff is that at first glance, it all seems fine, but as you watch it, some of it just seems off, but you can't really report it for bad vibes because it's hard to articulate why you're uncomfortable with your child watching that specific channel, so the content just stays there. Yeah, it is a form of manipulation. It's actually pretty common. Also, many YouTube videos that look like they are for kids aren't. It'll have stuff like Superman or other characters doing weird and questionable stuff. Also, just trash videos that look like they could be educational, but they are not at all. And then other people started talking about Miss Rachel, which is also not the idealist form of content. A 6-year-old wouldn't really watch Miss Rachel. If you don't know who Miss Rachel is, it's basically a YouTube content creator for children and nursery rhymes, but a lot of people found her questionable. So you're not really safe from anything, honestly. I'm gonna show you something from my experience. When I go onto my YouTube channel and I start uploading a video, there is a legally required thing called Child Online Privacy Protection Act, or basically the COPPA, we're gonna call it that. And it basically is a law that forces you to elaborate on whether your video is made for kids or not. And so there is a click box, and so there are options before you can upload any video. It's mandatory to choose yes, especially for children, this video is made for, or no, it's not just for children. Any video that you mark as yes for children goes immediately onto YouTube Shorts. And so this is actually a new thing. It wasn't always like that, and it's actually a legal thing. So if I put a video that is obviously not made for children onto YouTube Kids, I get legal issues. So here's the truth that no platform wants to admit. Children don't need infinite content. They don't need an algorithm. They do not need to be engaged every single second. YouTube Kids did not fail just because of one creepy video. It failed because it was never built around education for children or for children's safety. It was built around watching time. When violence is hidden and when sexualized cues are masqueraded with nursery rhyme song, when chaos is rewarded and silence is released, it doesn't entertain a child, it shapes them. This isn't about being dramatic, it's about being responsible. If a platform cannot put child over profit, then a child should not be on this platform. Because childhood is not just something that you get to experiment on. And take it as a rule, don't confuse bright colors with safety.